One, two, three, four.
I'm in her all day.
I just checked in the viewfinder. I look so pale and white compared to you.
No, you don't.
I do. Hello and welcome to this video. Today I have my lovely girlfriend here.
What is this?
Lola.
Lala.
So today you're gonna answer some questions.
Oh my god.
Yes. I put up a story and asked you guys to send us some questions, or more specifically, my girlfriend, some questions about dating a trans person.
Are you trans?
This is our mic, by the way. So just like we're gonna go through the questions, but first we got a lot of questions asking how we met and how long we've been together and stuff like this. So let's just do like a quick little, like a very quick background story. So basically we've been together for like 2.5 years, and we got to know each other like a year before that, like before I transitioned, because we got together and then like a few months later I came out as trans. So when we got together I didn't know that I was trans, and we were basically in a lesbian relationship. You can go ahead and tell how we met.
First, we were friends. Then we started hooking up because I wanted to be single for the rest of my life, and he had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, so we just wanted to have some fun. But then we started catching feelings for each other during the autumn of 2022. Also, we met through our mutual friend, and then we said I love you sometime around New Year's. No, on New Year's.
Yeah.
And then we moved in together like 3 months later, and I was like, oh my god, this is going too fast. But
And I came out like right before I moved in together.
yes, and I was like, oh my god, you're a boy. But also, I kind of knew that you were a boy. I always knew you were a boy.
Right, so let's get into the
Then we
questions.
moved in together, and I were very happy. Even though he farts a lot, he is the love of my life.
Let's go.
I have never met such a beautiful soul that farts that much.
You also fart. Let's
you're
begin now.
first
Let's
here.
begin. Do you miss how his voice sounded before? Does it feel like he's someone else?
No, in my head, whenever I think about what you sounded like and looked like before you started your transitioning journey, what I see in my head is still what I see now, today. So if I think about a conversation that we had in 2022 when I first met you, I hear what I hear today. I don't really think about what you sounded like before you transitioned, and I don't miss it.
Lovely. What do you love the most? I'm guessing there's a lot, but I'm guessing like what do you love the most about being with a trans guy specifically?
I think it's just like, I don't know. I don't want this to, because, okay, it's a bit complicated because here's the thing. Obviously, you growing up as being perceived as a woman, exactly, has given you certain experience that cis men don't have. And I think that makes it a lot easier for you to today be able to relate to women. And I appreciate that about you quite a lot. At the same time, I know that being perceived as a woman has been something painful for you and something obviously devastating, and that has made you suffer. So I appreciate it, but at the same time, I wish that would have never happened to you.
I love everything about you. Next question. How did you react when you found out that Benji is trans? You were happy.
I was very happy because for me, I was just so extremely...
You've always wanted to be with a trans man.
That's not true. Dear God, I'm no heterosexual. Anyway, I was very happy because I was extremely thankful that I felt honored to be part of something so beautiful, of you just sharing something so important with you. And I feel like I had known you were going to tell me this for a while because you had kind of hinted this at certain moments, and because to me it was a sign that you were finally ready to tell me. I also just felt so much love for you because I could tell that you were slightly worried about maybe what I was gonna think or say. When in my heart and in my soul, I just knew that nothing is going to change. If anything, I'm just going to love you more because now you're going to be a much more authentic version of yourself. So I was just very thankful and happy, and basically just like, okay, just so you know, I'm fully going to support you 100%.
Love that. And I felt that when coming out to you, it was like very messy. It was like still very new to myself. I think when I told you, it took like an hour, and I just had just a lot to say in general, just like get it off my chest.
It took an hour for you to get to the point, and I think even though I respected that, you could have just told me like, hey, I'm trans, and I would have been like, fine, perfect.
Fair enough. I want to open the window. Do you ever find it difficult dating someone who is trans/cis? For both of us, I guess. So let me begin. Yes, it is fucking. No, I'm kidding. It's not something I think about, honestly. The only thing that can be hard or difficult is to like try to explain how I feel when I'm very dysphoric. Usually I just shut down because it's very difficult, and I know that no matter how much I try to explain it, you're not gonna understand. So for me, it's just sometimes it feels unnecessary to like try to explain it. I just need your support, you know.
I don't have to understand to support you.
Yeah. But then if I want someone to understand my dysphoria and like relate to it, I have like friends who are trans. So I don't need you for that, if that makes sense. Actually, you're gonna get to answer that later because we're having more questions about it.
I'll wait, I guess.
We can take that question right now.
Huh?
What are the biggest pros and cons of being with a trans person?
There are absolutely no cons whatsoever about being with a trans person.
Isn't it?
Benji?
I need the mic. Isn't it to see your loved one suffering?
I was just gonna say.
You said no cons. Thousands of dollars for surgeries.
Dating a trans person.
Dating.
I wouldn't. To me, there are no cons about dating a trans person. A trans person is just a human being, okay? What is horrible about being a trans person?
For you.
What hurts my little heart about being the trans person is seeing what society makes it difficult about being a trans person, because I see how much you suffer from time to time due to being trans in the world that we live in today. And that is very heartbreaking. At the same time, I wouldn't say that something that is good about being with a cis person is not seeing them suffer for that reason. Like, because I also don't believe that, you know, there's any cons with dating you. Yeah, you fart a lot and your farts stink.
People are gonna think I fart every second. If
You kind of do, though. I love you with all my heart and soul, so there are no pros and cons with being with you. I feel like there are a lot of pros with being with you. There are no pros with pros. Do you say pros?
Yeah, you already said a pro.
What was that? That you
That-
relate to women?
Yes, I have another one. Like the fact that most trans guys, anyway, are more in touch with their emotions, and they're able to, or we're able to express our emotions more easily, even though testosterone does change that a little bit. It's still like I grew up learning how to, or that it's okay to cry, or that it's okay to say how I feel, and that it's good to do
It's
that.
okay to be weak, which is just vulnerable.
Yeah, and
Vulnerable.
and
always-
also not being insecure in my masculinity.
And I will say that's very correct.
And also we're hot.
I don't have eyes for other people.
Next question. How how was she caring about you after your bottom surgery?
How I was caring for you
Yeah.
after you had your bottom surgery, the non-existent bottom surgery.
I've never had bottom surgery. I just thought it was funny because I don't know why this person
Can I
thinks
see?
I've had bottom surgery.
I was caring a lot. I took care of you and your peni. Yes, and then I was like massaging it
Let's move on. How do you fuck?
in all the ways possible.
We actually already answered this question during the podcast episode, so if you haven't, listen to that. I'll link it down below.
But to make a very long story short,
Very long.
don't watch this, Mom. We do all kinds of things, but nothing that involves pee or poo or leather and chains.
I think you're answering this more of a like kink perspective and like what we do. Yeah, because I just want to say kind of that.
This
'cause-
is me.
Yeah, I have a lot of bottom dysphoria, so I don't like to be touched or be seen, or using like prosthetics or like having a dark room, stuff like that definitely helps. So that's a bit more like serious answer to the question. Let's move on.
All I'm saying is very passionate.
Next question, kind of on the same subject. Not to come off as disrespectful, but do you use a strap while doing it? So, like I said, we use.
You use it on me.
Yeah, but then I don't really like the straps necessarily. Like there are boxers that you can have for that I like a lot better than having like straps everywhere, because I kind of use that more in my lesbian phase, if I'm gonna put it that way. And it just reminds me of that, which I don't like. I don't want to feel like a woman having sex with another woman. I want to feel like a man. So it helps to have like boxers for that. Next question.
Siguiente.
Can you imagine / understand his dysphoria?
I don't think that I fully can. I mean, sometimes we've made jokes about what it could feel like whenever you jokingly put a packer between my legs. You like sneak it up and put it where my vagine is. And I immediately just feel absolutely horrid. And then you've told me that, yeah, imagine if that was there all the time. And I'll be like, I would have cut it off. And so I think that's the closest I've ever come to understand what it means to be dysphoric. I feel like it's a slightly inappropriate thing to do. I don't know.
It's funny. ¿Tu novia es de Perú?
Sí, yo soy de Perú. Yo nací aquí en Suecia, pero mis papás son de Perú, de Lima y de Huancayo. Please, if anyone like knows Huancayo, comment like whatever.
I do.
You do. That's where my grandma used to live, and that's where I used to go all the time, every single Christmas when I was younger. I haven't been there since forever. Nowadays, I would go to Lima. That's where everyone is. I love Peru, mi gente latino.
I've never been there.
I really want
Not
to take
yet.
you there.
We will go
Exactly.
someday. Speaking of your family, how your parents feel about such partner for you? How did you tell them?
Oh my god, they are obsessed with Benji. My entire family is absolutely obsessed with Benji. Any family member that I'm in touch with is very much in love with Benji. Not in a romantic way, of course, but they all love him and they all appreciate him. You know, at family dinners, you're so included and you're basically part of the family. My mom basically considers him like a third child. I only have an older brother, so I think I was with my mom doing the dishes, and I told her that, yeah, Benji is transitioning now and he wants us to use he, him pronouns and the name Benji. And then she was like, okay.
All right. Do people judge you for dating a trans person?
Not that I know of.
Just people on the internet.
I guess. Since I am in the ballroom community, transness is extremely common. Anyone who is in ballroom knows this. So for me, it's just no one has ever said anything.
I don't feel like you would be friends with anyone who would judge me for that.
I
or
would
judge
tell
you
them-
for that.
I would tell
Ew,
them-
you're with a trans person?
I would tell them to fudge off in that case, because that
You can't swear on my channel, it's okay.
I would tell them to fudge off in that case, because I don't accept that whatsoever from my surroundings, even if it was a family member.
Lovely. How to cope with feeling guilty that I don't have the body they deserve? I just wanted to bring this question. It's not for you,
If you didn't have the body that I deserve,
because that's just how I can feel sometimes, because I feel like I can see like, oh, this is weird. Like, just because I hate the fact that I'm trans and I feel like I want to have the parts that I want to be able to pleasure you properly, and I want to be able to have sex in daylight, you know, and like stuff like that, or we don't want kids, but I just feel like I should be able to give you that if that's what you wanted, because that's what you deserve, because I love you so much. Sometimes I can see like a cis guy, for example, and I'm like, maybe he would be better for her because he can like do the things that I can't do. So I'm how to cope with that, I would say, is to like realize that these thoughts or feelings are just because I don't want to be trans, not that she doesn't want me to be trans. Because I guess if you had a choice, you would just keep me the way that I am.
I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, well,
And whatever that means, obviously I want you to be with me.
but I guess in this case, it's mostly also a little bit like internalized transphobia, because you think that you being trans is not good enough. Like you wouldn't see another trans person in a relationship and be like, that person deserves someone who's not trans. Like, I would never think that, but as soon as it's about myself, then I don't think that I'm good enough.
It makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Okay. First photo you guys ever took together. I don't actually remember what it is. We can put it on the screen.
Yeah, like that, it must be one of our first dates. Otherwise, I think like our friends probably took a picture of us standing next to each other or something.
I think I know. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, thank you, Lola, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is so much fun. I love being your guest on your channel.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it and comment
Leave
something.
a like if you like Peru.
If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to see more videos, and I hopefully see you in the next one. Bye. Help.
Nee!